Yeah, there we go.
We're live.
We live.
We live. We out here.
I can't see shit, can you? I always get to see some of the comments. Ryan Edwards, KFC. We're gonna wait till excuse me, Christian Sourapas comes on here in a little bit.
If you can figure it out.
Yeah, if you can figure it out. Get some people.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. He's always the first dude. Hell yeah. And we get some other people logging in. There we go. Dude, he figured it out quick.
Wow. Technology, man. He's figuring.
Technology master, right? Let's see if it comes on. Our internet, we got 5G. We should be good.
Oh, there she is.
There he is. What's up, dude?
What's up?
So, Christian Sourapas, were you working today at the shop, or what were you up to?
No shop today. I was actually at my day job in beautiful Del Mar, California. So, just got home. Unfortunately, didn't make it to the shop today, but I guess we'll have to save that for another episode.
Yeah, who doesn't love Del Mar, California, though?
It's hard.
Hey, have you ever eaten at En Fuego on the coast there?
No, I haven't. Am I like,
dude,
serious?
You got to get down there. That was
can't handle the hot stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We'll call it the cooler instead of the fire. But yeah, that place is my jam, dude. I love that place. Hey, so we wanted to just have a little fun with you today. We got a few people logging in right now, but we wanted to kind of get like a Parker recap, talk about how Ryan did at Parker too. Maybe we'll make fun of both of you guys, but we really wanted to see like what you guys thought of, I don't know what you want to call it, throwing yourself into the UTV.
Well, I mean, shoot, I've lost track of how many races. I think it's our fifth. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I got a pretty.
Hey, you got a little bit of a bad connection, I feel like, Christian.
The metal plate in your head is ruining your feed. There you are.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if it disconnects. But yeah, I mean, Parker was definitely was a disappointment, considering that my brother and I had aspirations to run for a Best in the Desert Points Championship this year. We're definitely still going to try and follow through with that, but I mean, we're at a pretty big deficit, I'd say. The big guns like Mitch Guthrie, I think he's watching. So what's up, Mitch?
What up, Mitch?
Yeah, Phil Burton. Those guys, it's going to be hard to make up points on those guys. So, I mean, all we got to do is really keep our heads up and just really at this point go for wins.
Where were you guys running when you broke?
Dude, you guys were ripping for a while.
Yeah, so what's funny about that is so the plan was that my brother Brett was going to start the race, and since the Parker 250 is so short that there was really no need to really do a driver change. So we weren't really going to risk losing time changing drivers to just so I can drive, and there was really no point. So we went along with that plan, and then immediately almost ran into clutch issues. So Brett was really managing the car the whole race, essentially.
Yeah, but you got to give yourself a little bit of credit, though, because like when he was driving and you guys were managing it, you were helping manage from the pits, letting him know what to do, and he still moved up, like, dude, so many positions.
Yeah, I mean, we started, I think, 25th or something around there, and Brett was really ripping it. I mean, that car, even when it's, having issues, it still goes pretty good.
That's a fast car, yeah.
I know Brett was getting on the radio, like begging for split. Actually, not doing that bad, considering you're only really running the car 50 to 75%. I mean, what really killed us was he couldn't really run that fast in the high speed. But
that was a lot of high speed out there.
And I was
able
you
guys
to
wide open a lot of the
time. There's a lot of fast stuff.
Yeah, so I was able to relay to him. I'll be like, hey, Brett, like when you get into the tight stuff, like you got to go. Like it doesn't matter if you make a mistake or not. Just that's where you're going to make the time up, because on the high speed stuff, it's really going to be a wash. So
how many sections were there that were super tight? Like were they?
I think like the first quarter was tight. The middle was all fast, and then the last quarter was tight.
Oh, okay. So, like, coming up the wash was pinned, and were you pinned before that?
No, before that it was fairly tight and rocky, so you're kind of creeping through it.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, Brett was managing the clutch issues, and then we went from 25th to, I think we were, like, 6th on the road. halfway through, which I couldn't believe. And then we had an insanely long pit stop coming into the start of the
17 seconds. I videotaped it. Perfect.
Perfect. George is on the stop clock
timer
for you.
on the scene, and we were trying really hard to get the secondary clutch off. And I mean, our shop guy Keith Mila, he's our crew chief. He does a phenomenal job building the car, and he's a trophy truck guy, so he really still kind of new to the UTV stuff. And he was hitting the thing with the sledgehammer, and he actually just.
Dude, even Kenny was hitting it with a sledgehammer with his broken collarbone.
Oh, see, everyone.
So what did Mila say? What happened to it? Why it wasn't coming off?
Guessing probably just the heat.
Too much. Sorry, beer man.
How are those secondaries on there? Just with the bolt, or are they like
beer man
on there?
They're like splined on, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they
actually,
have
like it was welded on.
Jesus.
Yeah. So did you guys get it off when you got back to the shop?
No, you're good. We can hear you.
It seems like it's kind of sketchy. Are you on 5G or are you on Wi-Fi?
I'm on Wi-Fi, so maybe I should switch off.
Hey, so
you guys are behind me.
We got a question from Drew. He said, "Who would win in a wrestling match, you or Brett?"
Oh, no doubt.
Man. Oh, arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling. I thought it was straight wrestling.
Either way, no doubt, me. But
nice.
But I think Drew. I mean, I've seen Drew wrestle some people in some unopportunistic conditions, and I wouldn't want to go toe to Drew. So I'll give Drew that one.
Oh, that's funny.
So, but yeah.
What's up, Lincoln? Lincoln just joined in. Hey, Lincoln, I want to go riding some 110s with you, bud.
Ooh, yeah.
Dude, go shred.
We need to get Christian on a dirt bike.
Yeah. What's your dirt bike status, dude? You ready to rip?
He keeps asking me to take one of my bikes. I'm a little
really
on that one.
Yeah, I don't think I have an insurance.
I think we start with the 110.
Dude, let's do it.
So, but yeah, it was a bummer for the race. What eventually took us out was at I think mile 9 at lap 3, we had a hub hat fail. And
oh man.
Yeah, so after Brett was stuck in the desert for about an hour and a half, there's no way we were going to be able to change that part out and get him around for the last lap. So we had to call it quits.
So one of the rad things that I saw them do, and I kind of thought this was, I don't know if like most UTV teams understand this stuff, but so I was over there at their pits and they were talking about how they were going to rescue the car, right? And he was like, well, this other driver has already had his race done,
right?
So we can use him as the person to take the
like
parts.
A jump off point.
Yeah. So like they had all of this stuff worked out in the pits, and I was like, holy shit, these guys are so much smarter than whatever I know.
That's why they're the professionals.
Yeah, it was badass.
Yeah, I mean, I'll name that guy, Austin Weiland, who's been super helpful to our program, and I have to give him a shout out because when Brett and I originally got into the UTV game, it's been very difficult to trust certain people because I would say probably the ratio is 80% of the people have steered us the wrong way for good reason or not. And then there's some diamonds in the rough that have really helped us out. I'm not going to name any names besides the people that helped
us out.
But
Austin has the same car as you though, right?
No.
Yeah, no, his is different.
No, but he has a lot of the same parts. So he runs a lot of parts as well.
That's what I thought.
He's building a new car too.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, building a new car. I believe Tisco's building it, but don't quote me.
Wow.
Hey, so Mila said that he needs to get himself. He's putting in on a KMC camo hat.
Oh shit! Well, I think Christian's probably wearing it.
Yeah. Oh, gee. What? We got a KMC camo hat right here.
Yeah.
Oh, was this supposed to go to Mila? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Mila's. Sorry, Mila.
Oh, dude. Snake.
I got one for every color. I got a full rainbow, Ryan.
Well, that's why I sent out everything to the shop so Mila could get first dibs. Somebody must have intercepted.
Right on.
I got FedEx tracking, baby.
Yeah.
So anyways, like it was super cool to see all that, I don't know, pit goodness, because I've never seen that before. So I thought it was super cool to see all of it happen. And then like understanding how you guys dealt with it, like, you know, you're clearly wanted to do better at the races, but seeing how you guys like managed it and did everything was pretty impressive, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give a huge credit to our crew chief. Mentioned him before, Keith Mila. He's been around the sport for years, and like I said, he's his wheelhouse is really prepping trophy trucks and working with those caliber guys. And I think a big advantage for, Brett and I is that, I mean, the trophy truck class is the pinnacle of off-road, and you always got to be top of your game to compete against guys like Bryce Menzies, anybody with the last name McMillan. It's super tough to compete against those guys. So I think that kind of gives us a little bit of a leg up.
Be on the backside.
A little bit of a leg up on the UTV competition, but unfortunately it hasn't really showed. I mean, we had a really good plan at Blue Water a couple months ago, and we were 2 miles away from winning, and a belt blew up at 191 degrees. And
oh man,
yeah,
couldn't have predicted that. The car was running great all weekend, and I mean the racing
on the clinic the first day.
Hey, so yeah. I don't know if you know, but he's a big trophy truck guy after
big
King of the Hammer.
Truck guy now.
So,
I lost you guys again.
Man, that spec truck felt like I was in a UTV.
Really?
Fuck, I'm still sore after that.
It just seems like it's so much different because, like, to me, it would be like driving a tank but on cushions, right?
I think when you're at speed in the trophy truck, it is, but the slow stuff's just as rough. Would you agree, Christian?
Yeah. I mean, Ryan, I took you for a ride like over a year ago. So let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Here's what let's hear what you have to say first, and then I'll kind of elaborate on what you had to say.
Yeah,
did he go wide open?
Yeah, well, the difference between a spec truck and a trophy truck
is massive.
Holy shit, massive.
So was he tapped when he took you for a ride?
Yeah, so the same truck I raced in was their old spec truck.
Oh, okay. But with a different engine?
No, so yeah, it was a spec truck.
Yeah.
And it's almost like driving that hard, it couldn't get on top of stuff. But the moment we were in that trophy truck, it was like anything over 60, we didn't feel.
Dude, that's so bad.
Yeah.
And you can never get to that point in a UTV, right?
No.
Like, ever.
No.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pretty massive difference between trophy truck spec or 6100 and trophy two-wheel drive trophy truck. And then if you want to get even crazier, then the all-wheel drive is another level over the two-wheel drive.
That's insane.
And so when Brett and I get into the UTV, it's sort of like we're driving go-karts at K1 speed in a sense. It's just like,
yeah.
I mean, but it's kind of a detriment because in trophy truck, you got to run so hard all the time. I mean, when the guys say that you got to run 100% to have a chance, they're not really joking. And in UTV, we're certainly not there yet. Like, we definitely can't run 100%. If we ran our car at 75% pace for a whole day, it wouldn't make it halfway. So that's what really the biggest learning curve has been for
like my brother and I. You just have to figure out where the limit is, and like Blurton and Guthrie, like they know how far they can run those cars with, broken pieces or without an axle or whatever. Like they've tested it and brought it to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's because they've been doing it for so long.
Correct.
Thanks, Dirt Chronicles, for the compliment. We really appreciate that.
They're not trophy truck guys per se, but I'm not taking away any of their talent whatsoever. I mean, these guys are some bad mofos that have been in the UTV game for, like you said, for a few years, and those guys can drive. I mean, when you get like trophy truck, those guys are really good at what they do in their class, but when you get down into the UTVs, those guys are really good at what they do too. So, I mean, just for Brett and I to be competitive in the UTV class from a pace standpoint is just, it's an honor to be, in company like that.
Dude, I feel like it's good though too, because we always talk about this. Like when I first started racing UTVs and short course, coming from moto, you like have a practice bike and a race bike, right? So you're like always practicing. You trash your practice bike. Now there's the ability to race UTVs when you're not in a trophy truck, because it's cost so much money to put a trophy truck on the track. You can still get practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least be out there in the dirt.
Yeah.
And that's really why we kind of started racing UTVs in the first place was it's just the blatant obvious. It's a fraction of the cost from a trophy truck standpoint. And then the competition, like I mentioned, is second to none. I mean, there's 10 guys that, can win. I'm not going to name them all now just because
you never know.
It's just like Supercross right now. Like, you don't know who's ever going to take that win.
I kind of feel like that too. Like,
Right.
look at not that he won or anything, because Mitch won, and that was awesome that he won. But Dustin Jones came from, I think, like almost last, all the way up
third.
to a podium position.
Yep, and then same with the Binquist car, the BDI car. They were.
Oh, were they starting way back?
Yeah,
too?
I mean, they were in the middle of the pack, I think.
Hey, so what happened to you?
Shit.
What didn't happen?
Did you finish, Ryan?
Yeah, we finished. We were in front of Shock Therapy.
Dude, big media guy right here, though. I was all pissed because they finished in the fucking dark. I couldn't get any pictures.
And they had no lights there. Leaving Midway, I owe you some gas, by the way, Christian, but we'll square up later. Leaving Midway,
Explain.
I took some of your gas at Midway, but it's no big deal.
Dude, his right foot was so heavy, he was just like draining gas out of that
Yeah,
thing.
we took another 5 gallons. But, yeah, we left Midway and the clutches started slipping. Blew a belt, changed it, went again, 5 minutes in, blew another belt, and realized I think the primary was sticking, so we had to limp it in. But I think the second belt had blown and Shock Therapy went by us. So we were leading all the 3-lap cars.
Really?
Yeah. By like 5 minutes.
Dude,
I've heard that story before. We were leading until we were leading, and then
at least it wasn't a broken ball joint, and I didn't finish. So at least I can tell that story now.
Dude, your level is like stepping up like every race, right?
We got it.
I know we're gonna see Ryan in Pro Turbo before we know it.
Shit! Don't tempt me with a good time.
Well, with the elevation of this UTV game, if Ryan's getting into Pro Turbo, he's going to have to go test one first to make sure.
Yeah, we might need to get a car together.
It was all about just all about his pit crew.
Yeah, Jimmy brought over there, not knowing how to use the radio, but
it's all right.
It's all right.
Dude, I remember seeing him on the radio, and he thought you were talking. And
that's what I'm talking about.
But it wasn't you. It was, it was you, and he thought it was James.
Yeah. I told him like 3 times, James is broken. He's not coming in.
Hey, so that's a totally different level that I was talking about your pit crew versus the regular UTV pit crew. Yeah.
Yeah, we were upper and lower echelon. We went both ways on that one.
Right, so Manny says, wait until more of the NA guys come up through the ranks. I agree with that too. And you know what's really cool about it is now Best in the Desert has all these stepping stones, so you can like try the UTV class, or excuse me, the rally class,
right? And
then you can go to NA, and then like you can keep cruising.
Yeah, it's gonna keep the sport moving in the right direction.
Yeah, you can. Not everybody can do like Christian and his brother did.
No,
go hard
right into it.
We had an ass backwards.
Yeah, you did. You're pretty good at doing that, Christian.
Hey, so the real question everybody wants to know is, what's the best taco shop down in Del Mar?
In Del Mar, oh man! And if you're serious about getting tacos, you're not going to Del Mar. You're going.
That's too white people.
Close to the port. You're going to Chula Vista. You're going to Taco Porto. You're going to El Indio and Old Town. I mean, you're going. Dude. You're going to the real spots.
I think
Have
George
you been to El Indio?
Yeah, I've been to El Gordo. It's fucking amazing.
El Indio's off the chain too. Hey, Mike Gardner, what's up, dude? It's excuse me, tacos is like one of my jams. So
you might need to take a tour with you, Christian.
Yeah.
I mean, some of you LA guys. I mean, if you, they probably know that King Taco is pretty good too. So.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the name of the taco place that is in Santa Ana right there? That was the one I went to. That you're like, that's my spot.
Los Reyes.
Dude,
that's Jimmy's spot.
Yeah.
Jimmy Broad's spot.
Oh, is it?
That is a hole in the wall if you've ever been to there.
Are you guys going to do it? Manny said you might as well go down to Ensenada. Yeah, that's true. But hey, that actually leads me to a good question, though. Are you guys going to do any races in Mexico in the UTV?
UTV, definitely not. It's hard enough trying to convince the trophy truck program to go down there. But on the schedule for us this year, no Mexico. I'd like to find
a ride, right?
I'd like to find a ride for the Peninsula Run this year. I mean, I was fortunate enough to do it with Chris Miller and the Cantina team last year. And this year I'm not really, held down with anybody. So I'm fielding almost all offers. If whoever wants to call me serious,
Christian's got a wanted ad, need ride for Mexico.
Wife's bike, never ridden.
Yeah.
That's actually cool, though, that you can do that, because a lot of people can't do that. Every time they put out a wanted ad, they're like, "Hey, fuck this guy."
Yeah, no.
You're too amateur. But that's actually like yours is
Yeah.
legit, so that's pretty
Yeah,
rad.
got the resume to go behind it.
But I'm pretty picky on who I would go down with, just because it's so much time away from not only, you know, my family, my girlfriend, work. I wouldn't really entertain going down there unless I could win overall. And
Hey, so
there's only a
the
certain
trophy
amount of.
truck that you guys were talking about, I think he just joined in.
Oh, Will's on. What's up, Will?
Oh, Will Heaton, you should get him on the show.
The Wolf of Wall, or what do they call him? The Wolf of Real Estate.
Oh, he's in real estate.
Yeah, he's who I aspire to be.
Yeah.
So
they all inspire.
hey, so have you guys ever done short course? I know Ryan kind of like
Dabbled.
Yeah.
For a minute.
The only short course experience that my brother and I had was when we started in trophy carts when we were 12. Fun fact about it is we were in the original first ever trophy truck or trophy cart race in 2006. Like,
no way, dude. OG.
The Sheldon Creeds weren't in that race. Mitchell DeYoung wasn't in that race. I'm talking OG. Like Zane Smith was their like biggest competition back then.
Dude, that's so sick.
Yeah.
And that was like before UTVs like started getting heavy.
Like trophy cart was gonna be
Ryan
the feeder.
had like just come out.
Wow.
So yeah, that was like before Mitch Guthrie did trophy carts. Like we were in the OG race, which sort of my career's gone downhill from there.
You were at the peak at like 6.
Yeah.
I peaked at 10 years old.
Just trying to get back to that.
All these motocross dudes are peaking at like 25, 20. He peaked at 6.
Yep,
Way ahead of the game.
You'll get back there.
So Manny said, you KMC boys killed it. Keep going, dudes. Honestly, not to give a shout out to the KMC guys because I'm sitting here next to one, but there was a shitload of KMC wheels out there that I saw, and all those dudes were like, their teams were trying so hard to make sure that those dudes finished like toward the top.
And it's cool to have Christian and their team bringing that caliber, because it makes KMC look like a top tier brand like it is.
Hey, Jessica just chimed in too and said, didn't you guys race against a bunch of big teams in the trophy carts?
Big, like the Terrible Herps were pretty prominent back in there. I mean, Victory Trophy cart was pretty big. I'm trying to remember, like, I didn't know I was going to have a walk back into history, but most of the big guys that you would think that came from trophy carts, like the Sheldon Creeds, the Jarrett Brooks, the Mitchell DeYoungs, like they weren't even around yet. So it was crazy.
They were pioneers.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's short course is definitely a different driving style. If we want to, really talk about what it takes to be good at short course.
So low key, I kind of do want to drive a trophy cart one of these days. Those things just look so badass.
Yeah, the ones with the 450 in it.
I don't even know if like any of us could fit in one now.
Nah,
yeah, I don't think so either.
A couple drinks in me, I'd probably get in there.
You stick your one leg out, and you have your other leg bent in there.
We'll do a White Claw wrap just in honor of
Perfect.
My dad hated that rap, by the way. That was
Really?
That was the best one.
It was so good, dude. That rap was sick. Hey, Jessica said they have Pudias.
Oh, that's right. How could I have forgot about them?
Yeah. Thanks, Jessica. Thanks for
thanks for being the brains of this operation.
Yeah.
Hey, Jessica, do you know any other stuff that we're not talking about that might help us out here?
Feeding this in here.
Host of the Dirt Life Show, Jessica. Hey, so what? Like after you go through all that stuff, and then they like just throw you in the desert, were you thinking White Claw wrap right off the bat?
When we first got into desert racing.
When you started doing well, it was the Coors Light truck first, right? Or no, the Pacifico truck.
Well, when we started in the desert, we started in Trophy Light, and my dad was not like, he was kind of like towing the line of, we were underage. We were only 15 when we did our first off-road race, so we didn't want to put a beer on the truck. So we put body armor because we were the sports drink body armor then, and eventually got rid of it. And then we moved up to 6 to 100 when we were still juniors in high school. And then that's when we put the Pacifico and the Corona on the truck. And I haven't really looked back since. I mean, I think it's pretty funny. I think Ryan is the first title sponsor, KMC, that wasn't a beer.
Really?
our entire career.
Hey, I'm replacing a beer, you know?
Dude, hell
That's
yeah.
big time.
Hey, so he's big White Claw guy. I would way rather have Pacifico, so I'm going with the Pacifico wrap.
Did you ever see the Pacifico wrap?
Yeah, I thought that was
legendary.
We had a couple other people chime in. Jessica said no problem. Manny is laughing. And then thanks, Boone, for the compliment. Really appreciate it. So, excuse me. What was your favorite wrap?
Ooh. I'm probably just...
Don't get him started on wraps.
Why?
I've had some conversation about wraps.
Dude, look at this wrap was a conversation all day already. You got to see, dude, this wrap.
We could write a book. We could write a book on wraps that we have in our email that never made it. And I'd probably say it's a brand that I think represents excellence. And I mean, there's nobody that all the caliber of athletes in KMC are the pinnacle of the sport. To be able to be with elite guys like Menzies, Chasey Curry, Andy McMillan, Mitch Guthrie, Justin Jones, Seth Cotero. Oh my God, we're talking about like the best guys like in the sport. So just to be able to be with guys like them, it's an honor.
Bro, you missed a couple. You missed Ryan Edwards, George Hamill, James Hill. Like, we're at top echelon, dude.
You're the top echelon.
Hey, so the Mobbin guys just commented in and said the course got hammered for the fourth lap.
Oh yeah, well KMC shout out to Mobbin. They took the unlimited win too on KMC.
Oh, did they?
Yep.
Did you hear of any carnage out there? Like people destroying?
Dude, there were cars everywhere.
Really?
Everywhere. There was one car way down in a ditch. I don't even know how he got down there. I think they just left it. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's so gnarly.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the car at KOH that had to get
helicoptered out?
Yeah. Were you the one telling me about that?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Jessica said she loved the White Claw wrap.
The White Claw wrap was rad, but all Christian's wrap ideas come from like Formula One.
So you're like the creative behind the wraps?
Oh yeah,
Brett
you're not getting
big.
a wrap by him.
Brett is the big Formula One guy. I don't care too much about Formula One, but I think the White Claw was unique because it was sort of fitting a trend. So I feel like we couldn't do that wrap again. Like talking about it.
Well, you went all out with that too. You got suits, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
George accidentally.
Yeah, the White Claw was unique, but I mean, he locked the phone. I mean, full disclosure.
I was trying to turn up the volume.
Sorry. I mean, full disclosure, a design that I have no problem sharing a design that continuously gets shot down is I want to do a Coors original design, and just because I don't think.
God, it'd be so rad.
I think it'd be rad. I mean, you don't really see a beige and navy blue car out there. The Beer Man.
It's in your guys' wheelhouse, that's for sure.
But a lot of people still love the Coors.
Mobbin said.
Yeah.
Mobbin said there was lots of carnage on the course too. So how many UTVs? Sorry to switch subjects, but how many UTVs finished then?
I don't know.
Half the field or something.
I felt like every lap.
You guys crossed the finish line though, right, Christian?
No, they didn't finish.
No.
Oh, you didn't?
I saw him sitting on the side of the track when I was doing about 95 miles an hour.
Out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, dude. It's gonna be like half an hour. I know you got to eat. We're gonna go get tacos.
Okay.
Oh, dude, yes, banquet. Yeah, that's what they called that old Coors thing.
Yeah, right? That's what he was saying. If he could do a banquet wrap on the car, that would be hands down the best one.
Dude, it would. Dude. All right, let's just pretend like you never said it so you can surprise everybody.
Beer Man will find out.
You heard it first on
this here.
If that
you heard it first.
All right, so I think we got the worst idea now. Just gonna leave this here at Zima wrap.
Oh, terrible!
That's horrible.
Terrible.
So Dustin, nah, no Zima wraps, bro. Yeah, and no ice either.
No ice. We're not getting
definitely
ice.
not. Dude, all right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us, dude. Hey, we should have you on the show, like be the featured guest one of these days if you're down.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm all for it. Just gotta get Brett.
I'm thinking full full tour.
Yeah, you want to do a full tour? Maybe I could come down to Del Mar and show you guys some of the real taco shops down there.
Oh, let's do it.
No, I'm serious though. If you're down, we could come down to the shop and hang out.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm all for it. Just give me a date. Unfortunately, it's just going to be me because Brett is off to bigger and better things up in Northern California. So getting him is going to be pretty tough, but I wish him well. He's
We don't
holding
need
down.
him anyways. It's all right.
What is he doing being bougie?
He's the better looking twin, but it's all good.
I know that he had some pretty like bougie sunglasses on at the races.
It's
Formula One guy.
I'm telling you, dude.
Those were Formula One guys.
Oh, he thinks he's racing Formula One.
He needs more carbon fiber then.
He needs more carbon.
Hey, all right. Well, hey, thanks, homie. You want to give a shout outs before we bail?
Just some shouts out. I mean, just to you and Ryan from just being really awesome, guys. It's just awesome.
Hey, we're here for you, Christian.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to all the people that love tacos. All right, homie. Appreciate it, man.
All right, see ya.
Later. Christian. That was a good one.
Here, you guys can check out this wrap before we totally leave. Look at this freaking design, man. This guy killed it. All right.
Tried.
Hey, thanks, homie.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for joining. We really appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon.